So I'll let Sekeri explain that one a little bit for you guys. Go ahead and take it away.
You can debate in the chat how this game is pronounced, but hi, I'm Sekeri. I'll be running Warbo because I pronounce it as the French way since I'm French, which is a little bit of a Metroidvania platformer, very cutesy one where we can't attack, we can't do much at the beginning, but you'll see. It's a very very fun time. I'll be doing any percent because the 100% for this game is very long. This is a game that came out in 2025. And although the any percent is pretty straightforward, if you really want to finish the whole game, you got some hours in front of you. So yeah, if you like Metroidvania, if you like small games like Hollow Knight, it does not have the depths or the universe of it, but it really has some vibes of it. And if the text is ready, I'll be starting soon. I think we're all good and ready. So
yeah, whenever you're ready.
Yep, perfect. Timer starts when I select my save. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, Warble. Warble was a very good introduction because you start the game with every single power-up that you can have. So you can dash, you can double jump, you can switch gravity, you can pretty much do whatever you want, you can wall jump. And that's because when the devs decided they wanted to make a demo of the game, they said, hey, why not have the beginning of the game being us just putting the best of the game straight up. Ooh, that was not the right way around. So yeah, we will be doing a lot of those dashing movements, and the idea is like in Warbo you have to just collect power-ups and go around. Pretty much if you know Metroidvanias, you will not be lost in this one. It's a very straightforward one. But the story behind it is pretty simple. You just wake up in the ship, you are one of the robots of the ship, and for a weird reason there's a strange alert at the highest command zone, so that's where we are heading right now. You don't have the cutscenes because there's not many cutscenes in the game, but I can tell you because I read the story. And the alert is that there's an intruder, a very big intruder, causing a lot of trouble to the ship, and he's going to trap us for a couple of seconds and take all our good powers out. So that's the idea of the game. You go into an ambush, they pick up all your power-ups, and then you have to pick them back up. There's actually 7 power-ups in the game. 6, let's say, good power-ups, 1 that is completely optional, and only 4 of those power-ups are movement-based, and that's only the 4 we need for the speedrun. So we get crashed, but luckily for us, we got our consciousness saved inside the ship, so they will just put us somewhere else. And that's one of the cool thing about the game, it's that we have something called omnisave. So whenever I push a button, open door, go to some place, grab a key, grab some items, anything, if I get destroyed, I go back to the checkpoint, but all my progress is still saved. I don't have to redo this. And we're going to be using that a lot. But right now, we are back at the very beginning, at the very first zone of the game, and I only have the jump available, and there's already some little tech that we can do, which is pre-jumping. So if you jump right before you hit the platform, Warbo will jump at the first frame available when he hit the platform. So you can actually just make sure that you chain your jump pretty effectively during the whole first platform section. And that's one of the way you can save a lot of time in this game, is just by knowing where you want to go and be going for it before the rest. We are going to grab this log because I'm getting tired of jumping above it. We are going to go through this corridor 3 times, and every time I have to jump above this log, and it's it's getting tiring. So yeah, no, we're not doing this. By the way, you might hear me saying a lot of things because I'm all by myself tonight on commentary. So first of all, Spaghetti, if you want to jump in at any moment for any things, if you want to read the chat, if you want to just give us some insight of how you like the game, feel free to do so.
Yeah, definitely. Because I don't want you to tire yourself out when you got to focus on the run as well.
Yeah, but there's a lot of cool stuff in the game, so I hope it will be still enjoyable for everyone, and that I don't mess up too much of my explanation and my run at the same time, because last time I ran that at marathon, I was much worse, and now I'm taking a lot more risk when I run it because it's much more fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are.
I was gonna say, I believe this was also a backup run, right?
Yeah, that's one of the backup runs, but that's fine because to be very fair, this is a game that it took a long time for me to become used to the speedrun routes and how the final boss is a nightmare, but we will talk about the final boss when we come to it, not now. Most importantly, there's a lot of things happening during the run, and also I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, the game has still pretty much some game-breaking bugs. It's pretty sad, but the devs are doing what they can to patch the game as much as they can. And it's one of the reasons why I do not push it for marathon as much as I used to. Anyway, we are reaching our first boss, and I have some explanation to do for bosses, because bosses are very interesting in this game. So, like you saw me, I don't have an attack button for any of the enemies, so I can only jump on their head. But the good thing is, in this game, whenever you jump on their head, they just go into a little animation to protect themselves. And if you time this right, you can just stun lock them in this defensive animation. Or you can just know exactly where they're going and just do more damage at the same time. This is one of those bosses that are pretty challenging at the beginning because they can be very tricky and they can do some very bad things to us, so which is why I'm taking a little bit of time to save it. But you saw me grab a couple damage boosts, and then yeah, the boss is basically over. And you also saw me grab what we call the map key at the beginning. I forgot to talk about this because each zone has what is called a map key, and the map key is very useful because once you placed it in the terminal at the middle of the section, you can teleport back to this place. And this is going to be very useful for cargo. I just messed up my timing, that's fine, because we are going to come back here a lot. Remember, this is a Metroidvania, we go back and forth a lot. But anyway, we are finished with the boss of cargo, which gave us the dash, which is very useful and reset every time we hit the ground or a wall, but right now we don't have the wall jump, so it's not going to reset. And we are going to go... Oh, I grabbed the checkpoint by mistake. We are going to go into the greenhouse. And greenhouse has this very lovely mechanic that they will teach you right here, is that you will have to push buttons, but you will need help to push them. So, for example, if I defeat an enemy right on top of a button, their health drop will allow me to push the button. Or for this next one, if an enemy shoots a projectile at me and they hit the button, that opens the door also. So the whole idea of this section is to tell you, yes, enemies are trying to damage you, but also you will need them, so get used to them. And the second cool mechanic about the greenhouse is the bees. We have some bees, a lot of them, but they are pretty passive in the way that they will not be aggressive towards you at the beginning. But if you, ooh, that was close. If you hit any of them, the entire hive will try to attack you. So you have to make sure you don't hit any of them when you are making some tight platforming, because you don't want them to get in the way. But also, we will use that later to our advantage to get one of the buttons that is required. Because to get the boss of Greenhouse, I need to get 3 keys. I already grabbed one, which was in the previous zone. This is Bob. Say hi, Bob. He's the gatekeeper of this place. Thank you. Can be pretty bad, so I named it Bob because sometimes it took him like 4 times to hit that damn button. And we're gonna meet Bill. Bill has the same problem, but is on the opposite side of the map, and I need to bait him to turn on the fan, and I messed up. So please. Are you
so
okay,
the
Bill?
The bees are like real bees. They're pretty harmless until you mess with them, and then they
exactly.
attack you.
That's the whole idea. And it's a very cool idea. They are still dangerous because if you hit their hitbox, they will still damage you. So you might not want to do something dangerous next to them, but sometimes it's better to go around or wait a little bit. I'm gonna need you to come down here. Come. But I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm going to turn the entire hive against myself because... Oh
no.
Oh yeah, no. Because we are actually in the beehive, and I messed up already. And the beehive has this cool mechanic that is, you need to go at the end of the beehive, defeat a bee that's completely at the end, and this attracts a bee that's outside of the wall. I'm gonna try to see if I got it. No, I did not got it. A bee that's outside of the wall, and she's going to push the button for you. I messed up, of course. So I was going to try. I tried a cool skip, which is I defeat a bee early on, so that they are all aggressive against me. And if you do this pretty correctly, you don't have to do the whole beehive to open the gate. You can just stop midway, just go back, and you'll be fine. But since it did not work the first time, I just do it normal way the second time. No damage boost, keep it clean, and we should be fine. Yeah, like
that works.
Great. So anyway, now you start to understand what this section is pretty odd. I can try again, I guess. So because yeah, they are pretty nasty, and we don't have a lot of HP. Spoiler, get used to it. I only have 4 HP for like the entirety of the run, except the final boss. So 4 HP is a lot, but not that much. And also,
hey,
that's a good time.
Some Metroidvanias, they only give you 1 or 2 HP, so
yeah,
that's pretty generous compared.
I'm fine with this. I'm definitely fine with it. So this is the one we are supposed to pose, and you see the bottom one come back to attack us. I'm gonna get damage here. Can you damage me again, please? Because it's faster to just die. This one is bugged. Okay, it's faster to die and go back to the checkpoint and go back to the door, because remember, we have omnisave, so whenever I come back to a checkpoint, whatever happened is still logged into the game, so I don't have to reopen the door, and it's still pretty fast. So yep, I don't think, yeah, I'm a dash. But yeah, this is one of those cool mechanics I really like. But yeah, I also can explain to you why we don't fight a lot, because you can see I have 4 HP up there, but they are divided in 3 parts, because a little bit like All Night, defeating an enemy only gives you a third of HP back. And pretty much nothing does a third of damage in the game, so whenever you want to get a full HP back, you need to defeat 3 enemies, and by this time you better just don't fight enemies at all. Which is kind of inside the message of the game, because only the bosses are bad in the game. The rest of the crew is just staying there to just do the job, so they're pretty harmless. You're just wandering around. And yeah, this is one of those long vertical platform section. That's pretty cool when you learn to do pre-jumps. It's a pretty cool one to get. But we are going to get our last key through some gardeners. Hello guys. And
yeah,
some turrets.
So far, oh, go ahead.
No, so it's good. You can.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. So far, this game is pretty cool. And I was just wondering, because I've never actually heard of it. You said it came out last year.
No, beginning of this year, 2025.
Oh, beginning of this year. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it's still pretty new.
It's a very recent one, and it's one of those small games that just did not get that many light when they came out. Mostly because this one came out with some bugs, etc., etc. So people were picking it up and just saying, okay, it's rough around the edges, I'll come back to it later, and just never came back to it. But also, I'm gonna make a little bit of a speech here. There's so many games coming out every day and all the time that if you just not take any attention to games that might go through the full flux of games, you might just miss them. So we are on boss number 2, which is a pretty easy boss. I think my sound just went bananas. I don't know why, because it just tells us where it's going to be, and that's pretty good for us, except when I mess up, because we can go back to where it's going to appear and do more than 1 point of damage at a time. So if I'm at the right position at the right moment, I can do like 1 or 2 or 3 points of damage on one go. So yeah, it's a pretty fast boss. I don't know why the music went so loud at some point. I hope it was not too disturbing to the live, but just know that
it's good.
not my
Audio's good.
Okay. It's not my it's not due to me. This game has pretty wacky audio. Sometimes when you do crazy stuff with the game, the audio just broke. You don't have any music for a couple minutes. So get used to this. It's a pretty good thing. But we now have the double jump, and double jump is very good because we can now go to the med bay, which is my favorite part of the game, if you are ever wondering, because it has one of the best idea of an AI I've seen in some Metroidvanias so far, which is the doctors, and I will explain them right when we meet them. Like a lot of enemies in this game, doctors are just wandering around and doing their things, but those ones are even more passive, because if you meet them and you have all your HP, they will just wave at you and be happy and be like, oh, you're in good health, that's good, go, keep going. But if you have some damage, they will run at you and try to grab you, to send you, not to damage you, but to send you into an hospital bed with full HP. So they just warp you at a random place on the map.
Nice.
Which is like, for those games where you discover the map by going around and trying to see where you can cut and when you can get any kind of shortcuts, or where you're supposed to be stuck by anything, it's pretty cool to just be teleported in some place and be like, wait, where am I right now? What am I supposed to do to go out of this? And also, Medbay has the lifelines. So lifelines are those sections where I can move in every directions, exactly like the plums in the feathers. Sorry, in plums is something else in Celeste. So we are going to be using these walls, and this is the only thing that does less than full health of damage. You only lose a third of HP if you hit one of the walls in a lifeline. So yeah, I'm saving right now because we are getting to medbay skip. So normally you have this big elevator that you are supposed to do several gauntlets, fight enemies, but we are going to meet a doctor at the first one. So I'm just gonna get damage and just ask him to warp me somewhere else. Now the problem is, in the hurry, this doctor might have not built me back right, so I'm moving backward now. If you get grabbed by the doctor and you're too close to a wall, they just like they pretty much bug your hitbox, and so your hitbox is backward. Which does not slow you down, it just makes you look like you're moonwalking all the time, but that's fine. It has some pretty problematic consequences for the later of the run, which means I will have to restart, quit to the menu and come back at some point. But it's so funny, I just wanted to put it in the run.
That is pretty goofy. But while you do that and get back there, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to some donations that we got. We got a $15 donation from Lewis. They say, really proud to be part of this event, raising money for such a great cause. Good luck to all future runners. I can't wait to see all the runs. And it looks like they donated towards the Simpsons Hit and Run glitch exhibition, and one of the polls as well. It looks like it was the character costume for Spider-Man, and they voted towards the Scarlet Spider-Man. Awesome. We did get another donation as I was reading that. This one was from Spyron. They say, hope everyone is enjoying the new visuals for the stream this year. Hoping for a lovely weekend of absolutely zero tech issues. A man can dream, right?
Yeah.
Right. We've had a few already, and it looks like they donated towards the Overcooked bid war for the grandma outfit. But yeah, we did get a little bit of tech issues. But hey, it's the first hour of the stream. There's bound to be a few, so it is what it is. And I will say, I do really love the new layout that they put for this marathon. It fits the theme of the Real for Hope project because it's, you know, like films and they're making those little movies and stuff like that. So I really like how it's like film and movie theater themed. Which, by the way, I don't know if anybody noticed, but for Cuphead, it fit like the aesthetic of Cuphead really well. It almost looked like we had a whole layout set up just for Cuphead, which I think was unintentional, but it looked pretty cool.
Still amazing. Shout out to the tech teams that are
For
doing
sure.
their best all the time. Trying to make sure everything goes fine. Everything is not going fine in my run right now. I only have 1 HP, but should be okay. There's no big challenges for the next couple minutes, so we are meeting the enemies of Medbay that are the mergers. So mergers, as their name intend, they merge when they meet some allies of the same type, and they have 3 stages: the very small one that we don't care about, and the very big one that shoot lasers that deals 2 damage at the time. So, oh come on, that's bad. That's bad. I messed up the dash. Okay. Well, back to the elevator we go. So the good news is I grabbed sort of checkpoints in the way, so I won't have to go all the way back to the first button, but I still have to go. And does it fix me back? Yeah, thank you. But I still have to go pretty far back. This is Medbay. This is one of those sections that when I don't get any big practice on it for a while, I always die like once or twice. So this is like a mandatory take your time soft reset, let's say. Well, the good news is I won't have to restart menu quit to get myself back on the right side because,
Yeah.
well, I'm already on the right side now. Hitbox turned back on. Yeah, completely intentional. Never doubt about it.
That works. Intentional.
Oh,
And I did want to ask you as well. So since this game is pretty new,
so
how actually
idea
did
is
you
that,
find it, and what made you want to
I really
speedrun
love small indie games. So what I do is that every day I just check every single game that came out of Steam. Every single one. So all the ones that are not VR or porn or anything that is not good for Twitch. So yeah, pretty much anything. And I just check if something just comes to me, and that's how Oribo came out. It was one of the first one I decided to play out of no big reason except I like the look and I like how the trailers for the gameplay look like. So yeah, but since then I just run some of the games. Wheel Magician that you will see after this is also part of this whole give a shot to very small games when you can idea that I try to cultivate on my lives. So I don't run a lot, I don't run that well, but
No,
yeah.
that's awesome. I like that you do that. I can't imagine how long it takes you to go through the Steam new releases every single day.
It's a pretty tiring mechanism, but once you get used to it, it's okay. The big thing is I know what I like for kind of games, so I can skip through a lot of games that are okay. This is a horror game I don't like. This is a roguelike I'm not a big fan of. This is a puzzle game I don't like. So, and the Matt Sandis is not very friendly right now. So Matt Sandis is one of the worst bosses in the game. Sorry, I'm jumping from one topic to the other because it's very random, and the randomness came from what attack he can do when he's coming out of the pod. And the big problem is that if you decide to make one of the orb attack, the orbs do 2 damage instead of 1. And since they come out right where its hitbox is, I can just get hit because I was trying to attack him. And remember, we are getting pretty fast on their head because we want them to get stun lock as much as we can. Oh, messed it up. So that's why you see me jump right next to those lasers, because right now it is sort of in a stun lock state, but What do we have? Okay. But yeah, he can still do some weird things like going to the sides whenever he wants and shooting orbs, which is pretty bad. Come on. He's not being very cooperative right now. Oh, he's doing it again. And that's the problem, when he's going back in the pod I cannot hit him, so... Okay.
So does every boss have like random cycles that they do? Or
Yeah,
is it a little
most of the time they
predictable?
have
Okay.
like 3 or 4 attacks that they go cycle through, and they have their defensive mechanism, which is the best for us is to stun lock them in their defense mode, because we know exactly what they are doing and we know what they're going to do next, because well, we stun lock them. But the problem is that for the rest of the time they do whatever they want to do, and most of the time the stun lock does not work perfectly, so you do have to be a bit careful about where you're going with your attacks. Like I said, we can't attack. We don't have an attack button. All I can do is pogo the enemies. So the best way is to jump on their head, and when their head is also the place where they are shooting laser out, it's pretty hard. Gets pretty dangerous pretty fast. Which is one of the cool things about speedrunning this game, is that if you really want to risk it, if you really want to go for a very high octane speedrun strategies where you risk everything, you don't take checkpoints except the one you use for relocating after destroying yourself, it's pretty strong, but you will risk a lot for those small time gains. So yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine like if you're trying to go for like world record or something, you would probably risk it.
Alright, and we are right now in the Forge. Forge is the fourth level? Fourth level in the game. And the whole mechanic of Forge is there's moving things, conveyor belts, flames, lava, enemies. And there's also those dark rooms. So if you are curious to what those dark rooms are, they are mini-bosses area. But there's an achievement in the game that requires you to skip the 2 mini-boss of the game, like I just did, and go straight for the final boss. So we can actually avoid the 2 mini-boss of this zone. That was a really great play. So those 4 enemies can be very problematic. They are completely random, and they decided to be pretty friendly with me. So I'm quite happy with what just happened there. So yeah, you can just skip some of the mini-boss of the game, and you will get a very, very tough final boss, but hey, we're speedrunner, we can do this.
Exactly.
Okay, those buttons are pretty bad for us. I forgot I did not need this one. But that's okay. Oh, did not work. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. Okay, good. Gonna go back there.
So,
yep.
Is there many skips in this game, or is it mostly just like a movement and optimization?
For now, it's mostly movement and optimization, pretty much because I'm the only one hunting this game. So if you want to go ahead and destroy my current world record, which I can say is bad, go ahead. There's a couple glitches and things that you can do, but most of the strategy of the game is being pretty tight on movement, and also being pretty resourceful when it comes to warping out to go back to checkpoints, and using the omnisave system. So pretty much making sure that, oh, I got this, well, I can go back to this checkpoint because it's on my way, and save a bunch of time. So
that makes sense. But that sounds like a challenge. If anyone out there wants to test the game out for themselves, maybe you guys will find the next big skip. That's what I like about running brand new games too, is that it's kind of like anything can go, because you haven't found glitches and skips and stuff yet. Plus you can route the game and stuff like that from scratch, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I like to jump into games and be pretty open-minded about them. Sometimes I just play the game and I'm like, yep, no, I'm not speedrunning this. And sometimes I was like, wow, this feels great. I love the gameplay of this. I really want to push it and see how far I can get it. And I'm not gonna lie, you will have the situation with Saucy, which is my commentator for the next run, which is Whirlwind Magician, because it just decided to. I asked if anyone wanted to do the commentary for 2 days marathon, and he was like, "Yeah, why not?" And he discovered the game and he was like, "Oh, that sounds like an awesome game. I want to play it," and just started playing it. And in a week, got like 8 minutes out of the world record. So
wow,
that's one of those cool things where we're like, so we're reaching final boss, but the dev did not thought that maybe we could just skip it, just like we do with the small mini boss. So yeah, we just skip the final boss of Forge and go straight back to cargo with the anti-grav upgrade.
that's funny.
So yeah, you can
hopefully that doesn't get patched out.
Yeah. I'm really like a pacifist. I don't do bosses if I don't need to do them, okay?
Pacifist percent.
Pacifist percent. We are also going to grab some little friends here. If you remember the grubs from Hollow Knight, it's the same idea. When you pick up enough of them, they give you a boost. And this is completely for marathon safety. I'm doing a detour to grab an extra HP upgrade, which, just like your HP, come in 3 pieces. So you need to get 3 like HP upgrade buttons, and then you get your extra HP. But now that we have anti-grav, we can do pretty much a lot of cool things. Most of them revolving around the fact that we can just go upward, downward, pretty fast. And
I feel like that kind of breaks the game a lot.
Yeah, but this is also one of those cool upgrades that when you want to be a bit completionist about the game. I messed up my save, it's fine. Once you get the anti-grav, you're like, oh, now I can easily go into some other places of the spaceship, and it doesn't matter if the platforming was hard at the time. Now it's going to be much easier because I can just walk on the ceiling. So it's pretty good.
Fair enough.
And it's very useful when you start to get into some very tough 100% part of the game that are, I'm definitely not going to spoil, but know that there are a couple places that, gee, they really want you dead. It's the very tight platforming just to get 1 or 2 extra points for the percentage. So yeah, I'm going to shut up for a couple seconds just because this is tough. Yeah, perfect. This is a pretty... We are not supposed to do this. We are supposed to go all the way back around. And because I'm doing this weird like triple jump switching that you are supposed to discover when you do those very hard 100% section, you can actually skip this part. So pretty good. And here we are coming to a gauntlet, but we have a pretty safe strat for this, which goes, we're going to take damage, get those 2 1-outs, and get those 2 1-outs. I messed up, so please come back here. Thank you. But yeah, it went pretty fast. That's good. And I did not talk about, but we are in the final zone of the game. So this is command station. I don't remember exactly. Which is a combination of pretty much everything that you saw before, of course, like any good last section of the game. And of course we have a lot of things to do here, including grabbing 3 key to go to the boss. So I just grabbed one with this gauntlet you saw me do. I'm going to grab another one at the bottom of the place where I did the very long triple jump, and I'm going to grab a third one in a laser spinner, which is it's not exactly their name, but that's how I call it because it's lasers and they spin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pretty safe explanatories for me. Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna miss the timing. Yeah, I took a couple damage. Oh, that's okay. Hope I don't take too much. But yeah, if you want to say anything or if you want to read any donations, you can go for it now because this is going to be 30 very long seconds.
Okay, no problem. I do have a donation actually, a $25 donation from Thermal Square, and they said, let's get that glitch exhibition going. Love this marathon, love the cause, excited to see all the runs this weekend. and that went towards the Simpsons Hit and Run glitch exhibition, which actually met the goal for that. So we met the goal for the Simpsons Hit and Run glitch exhibition. So let's go, hype for that, and that'll be later today after I'm assuming it's after the run, unless he does it before. I'm not too sure, but that run is going to be later today in a couple hours by Sam. And yeah, I'm super excited for that. Sam is a good friend of mine, so I'm hyped to see that glitch exhibition.
Alright, we just got our third key, and we are going to head back to the end of Command Station. Command Station, that's the name. Oh, come on, took me so long to remember it. Which is, weirdly enough, where we started the game. But this time, we're going to go right here and push this button and open a door that was closed when we did the tutorial. So now we have an alternative way. And this is basically you going the full way around, going back at the entrance, seeing that this is the tutorial, and that you know exactly where you're going to defeat the final boss. And I'm going to jump into the explanation for the final boss right now, even if we have a lot of platforming before this, because the final boss of the game, if you've played this game, it's something. The first time you're going to... The first time you're going to meet him, you are not going to like it, because it's very, very hard, and compared to everything that you will have to do to reach him, it's very hard. It's very tricky. The windows for hitting him are very small, and there's 2 phases, even we can even say that's 2.5, because the final 5 HP are very difficult. So yeah, this is not a boss that you are going to like the first time, but once you start speedrunning it, it's much better. So I will be a bit reckless at the first attempt, just because why not. Let's see if I can get anything going here. So I might speak a little less for this, because of course focus mode, but for this one is pretty safe. You can do it without risking how I do it now, but the idea is now it's supposed to be doing other things than this. We just got lucky. But the second phase is going to come from the ceiling, and there's only a couple moments where I can hit him. I can hit him when he's coming down from the ceiling like this. I cannot hit him when he's doing the laser, and I can hit him when he's doing... I don't know what it is.
Not sure who that was.
Yeah, I think it was a red, something like this. And yeah, so now we are in phase 3, and just so you know, if I don't mess this up, we are getting close to the time. Okay, what's do next? Okay, so we can do orbs. That's why I'm staying pretty far from him, because if he's doing orbs, oh, this is bad. This is bad. I only have 1 HP. All right, we are going into Sekeri mode. I'm not taking more risk. I don't want to die. So yeah. Well, I say I would risk it a lot, but normally I can hit him during the lasers, but it's pretty... Oh, he moved to the left. Move to the right. Okay, so you are starting to see why this boss is so dangerous. For the last 5 HP, he's just moving all around. You don't have a lot of space to hit him. He has his arm right next to his hitbox, so whenever you're trying to hit him, if you are being unlucky, you might hit their arms instead of just hitting them. So yeah, that's why this part of the run is so difficult. And this is also why you will...
It's okay, you got this.
Yeah, I got this. It's just I wanted to be pretty fast, so I was a bit reckless with it.
So is this the final section of the run?
Yeah, this is literally the final boss. Once I deal the final hit to the boss, it's... So in 10 hits, it's the end of the run, and the time will come up. So laser, and of course because yeah.
I just want to say you're super good on time, so if you need to take your time on it, no rush.
That's what I thought, because like I said, this is one of those games that things can go wrong, things can go very wrong, and my estimate is obviously a bit old, but also this boss can be very problematic. If I play it safe, I can only hit him when he's doing big orbs or double down, so what we call double dashing, so I can hit him right after this. but I cannot aim if he's doing the laser, if he's doing small orbs. So that's 1, and since it's not 2, I'm gonna have to reset. That's 1. Okay, that's 2. And now we're entering phase 2, and now it's even harder. I can only hit him if he's doing 3 dives down or big orbs again. And those small orbs are very dangerous. As you can see, they're very fast, they do 2 points of damage, and they persist for a little while. Oh, come on. Doing too much laser for me. I got punched back. That's not normal. Okay. When I'm well set up, I can actually go for some hex trades, but I don't want to do something stupid. So, but yeah, I can literally lose like 10 to 20 minutes right here just because the boss is being a bit harsh. Right now is being okay. Come on. 1. No. What is this? Oh, big. 1, 2, 3. Okay, final hit coming up. Oh, it's a laser one. I'm not doing a laser one. Come on. Give me something easier. That's sort of easier. I'm fast enough. Nope, I'm not fast enough. What is next? Oh, that's much easier. Okay, time is... I died to the final hit. No!
No!
I forgot about this. So...
It's okay.
Yeah. This is a big
You're
mistake.
actually still like 11 minutes underestimated.
Yeah, I don't... I know it's pretty open, but it's so sad because I always forget that those orbs, they have a little bit of afterwards, so they just stay on even after they exploded for a couple of seconds. There's like an invisible hitbox. What are you doing?
Like a lingering hitbox.
And normally I don't get hit by that because I don't take that much risk, but... Oop, double hit, that's cool. Take me 2, but yeah, we're going to play it safe. Hope for some dives, because dives is the safest option that we have, so when they dives from the ceiling is the safest option that we get. Lasers is bad.
We need chat to give you their energy right now.
Nah, I just need to be more
Come on,
focused
chat.
and stop trying to do risky strats. That's it. That's not marathon safe. What do we have? Oh, stairs. That's bad. Okay, let's move out of the way. Let's move out of the way again. Does not want to get hit. Okay. So 1. Nope. So 1. 2. Can I get orbs? Big orbs, that would be great. Nope. Okay. What do you give me? Dives? Fine. I'll take dives. Alright,
We like
phase
dives.
3. We're going back to the crazy lasers. And if you're wondering why I don't anticipate on when I can hit him, what is next? Big orbs. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. This time I was on point. Okay, dives. 1. Only 1 dive. Oh, that's not cool. And obviously those lasers do 2 damage, so if I get hit now, I just die. Great.
Oh, I didn't realize that was 2 damage.
Yeah, this is the final boss after all.
That's true.
So, oh, lucky. I was not going for that, but I'll take it if you give it to me. Okay, and we get 3 hits. Come on, 1. No, move that way. 1, 2, 3. Come on, give me something easy. Big orbs, yes. Final hit, and it's time, and we are done. Woo.
GG's.
Sorry for the blunder on the final boss. Obviously, you can
No
see
worries.
why it's a bit of a mess. There's a lot of things happening, and just know that if I was very good, which is not the case, you can hit him on every pattern he does. So you can hit him on dive, on small orbs, on big orbs, and on lasers. Just small orbs and lasers are very risky if you don't have the precise setup for them. So Yeah. But that was Warbo.
Awesome.
I hope everyone enjoyed it. This is a pretty fun game, even if I made peace with the bugs in it, so I'm okay. But if you're out of Metroidvanias and you just want to try a new one for fun, you can try this one. It's okay.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much for that. I know that you died a couple times at the end, but on the upside, we got to see more Warbo.
Yeah.
Is that how you said it?
Yeah,
Warbo?
you can say
okay,
Warbo.
I learned how to say it. Let's go.
I'm a very big Wario-ology fan, so everything that I can pronounce Wa is Wa.
Yeah, Warbo.
Yeah.
Yes. So GG's on that. And then real quick, we did get a donation of $100 by Kitty Cat. Yeah, awesome. They said, looking forward to seeing everything that this event has to offer to help such a wonderful cause. Good luck to all of the runners. And they put that towards the Sonic 06 Glitch Exhibition.
Nice.
Say that 5 times fast.
Oh, no, never.
So yeah, thank you again. Hope you have a good rest. Actually, you have one more run after this, right?
I'm staying
You're
here.
going back to back. I'm the one who's leaving.
That's
But I will be back after your run,
Yeah.
actually.
I
So
look
I'm going to be
forward to this.
taking a little break. Yeah, I'm going to be taking a little break from here. I'm going to switch it over to the break screen. But thank you so much for the run, and we'll see you back in a couple minutes.
Thank you.